Hi, welcome to Spring in Us. I'm Sandra and this is a Get Ready with me with a little talk about high school advice regarding how to get through high school, how to get good grades, make friends and stuff like that. So please keep watching. Alright, so photo shoot, I need to be ready in 2 hours. So we need to be quick. I need to have my nails done, dress ready, check, have my robe ready, check, and do my makeup, do my hair. So we're gonna do that now. Alright, so this is all the makeup that I have. First things first, what's most important in high school? And I would say the most important things in high school are friends, extracurriculars, and also schoolwork, actually learning something and using that time. So friends, I think when you're in high school, it's actually the kind of the first time when you are free, but you also have your parents to support you, to buy things, and you also don't have that much work. You don't have to necessarily work during high school, even though I recommend it at least in summertime. But you make a lot of friends, and I'm shy. If I had to go back, I would say, yeah, make more friends, socialize, and place yourself in class, place yourself seat somewhere where the popular kids are, because you'll be more influenced by them. So friends and connections are really important during high school. Next, extracurriculars. I cannot stress this enough. I think they are the most important things because you actually evolve and you discover what you like, what you don't like. It's really important during your high school experience. When you come out of it and graduate, it's really important to know, to have your boundaries, like what kind of friendships you like, what kind of relationships you are into, and even simple things like what's your favorite food, restaurants, type of dishes. You need to have some opinions that you can promote forward and make an image for yourself. And also schoolwork. It's really important to know stuff and be good in school. It also depends on what university you want to go further to, and I think it's really important when you enter high school. You don't need to know, I want to do this for the future, I want this to be my job. Don't need to know that. I still don't know that. I just know, yeah, I want to go on computer science and I liked it, and little by little during high school I gathered more information for what my university that I like to go to wants from me. And some university want you to have experience, to have courses. Yeah, it's important to do another course on whatever you study, mathematics, arts, whatever, another course on that as an extracurricular, but also volunteering and working with people. I think this is really important, and I did that myself. I was at a volunteering center where I studied Japanese, and they had a lot of events and you had to work a lot with people. That's kind of a company, and you have, when you arrange events, I had to arrange a screenplay, and it was really interesting because I actually had to work. I had to be professional and communicate, and you learn that from adults, not from your friends, from your colleagues. That's impossible. So I think it's really important to engage yourself in some activities with adults, like volunteering and stuff like that. And there are a lot of universities that do this, so I think it will help anybody. And also when you write your CV, you write there, yeah, I worked before with people, and you are prepared. And for jobs, having jobs, I went to England in the summer vacation of my 10th grade to 11th grade, and I worked there for about a month in total, like a month and a half, something like that. And it helped me a lot because right now I will have to get a job before university to save some money. And right now I'd be so scared because I really needed to be fast. I need to be employed really fast. But right now, because I worked when I was 16, I still have savings from when I worked there. I have a recommendation from the person that I worked for the company, and this really helps you and boosts you. So it will be much easier for me to find something quick when I was 16, because I was young. So yeah, not a lot of people want to hire you because you're not as useful as an 18-year-old or older. Now I have the experience and I know what to expect. Yeah, so there are a lot of advantages, and I suggest you to do this because most certainly you will want or have to work during university, and you won't start with your degree like, yeah, I want to do computer science. No one will actually hire me on the spot right away, especially if I need something quick. I worked for a really short period of time, but I think it will really help me further. Now let's get on to the schoolwork. So the schoolwork is important. You need to study, you need to focus more on whatever you want to do in life, but you also need to focus on whatever your final exams will be, because I still have to get my final exams, to take my final exams, and there are math, computer science and Romanian. So I have to study for these 3 subjects really hard. So for example, for Romanian and languages in general, you can study on the last minute. Computer science, I already knew it and it's easier, but for math, there are 4 years and more from the beginning of primary school math. You study like for 12 years. My 12 years of education until now, they were constantly with math. So you cannot slack 1 year and then expect to catch up really fast. It's extremely hard and you don't want to stress yourself like that. I have some colleagues that did that and now they really struggle and they're really afraid. So please study when the time comes, and you don't need to, like, when the teacher gives you homework, yeah, you don't need to do it right away, but in at least a week you should do it. Like, you shouldn't have homework gathered up and you will say, no, it's too much, I won't do it and whatever. You should do it because that's what really helps you. So I think it's really important to manage yourself. You don't have to be at all the classes to be the perfect student. Doing extracurriculars, I had weeks when they had festivals. I had a whole week that I didn't go to school because I had extracurriculars and I felt like I would learn more from there than going to classes. But it was only 1 week and a couple of other days during the school year, so that's not such a big waste. But if you don't go to school because you want to hang out with friends or you want to go to a restaurant during class hours, you won't come back because you don't have an actual reason. And the fact is, when you miss classes, then you miss more, and then you're afraid because you don't know what the subject is anymore, what the lessons are about, and you're afraid and you don't want to come, and you're afraid of the teacher because he will say something like, why are you missing these classes? So these things will evolve and you won't come ever back to school and it will stress you out more. But if I went to an extracurricular, then I would tell the teacher, no, I had an extracurricular and we had a festival and I play a big part in this project. I had to be there. It's just only 1 week. I will do my homeworks and I will be back to school, so everyone will understand. Okay, let's start with the foundation. I actually don't have an actual foundation. I have 2 conditioners, a beauty blender, and I will mix them with some hydration gel. If you can't tell, I am really excited from the photos. Like, I am really early to get ready, but just because I'm extremely excited and I want to meet with my colleagues. Oh, also today is the BTS meal. Today we are having the BTS meal released. It's 11th of June, so yeah. Alright, we're done with that. Let's try to do the brows. I never actually do my brows. Like, I don't know how, and I don't have to fill them in because they're so thick and everything. So I'm gonna just have to bring them up. And I have a fixing gel, but I never used it. Okay, this one actually looks nice. Alright, let's try the foundation. Yes, so I'm making here the concoction. I hope it works. I've done this before. Now it's important. Okay, so I wasn't planning on covering my whole face, but yeah, I guess we're doing this. Alright, it's not that bad. I just look like I have foundation. The thing is, when you look in photos of people, like on websites and stuff, you see them and you look at their skin. Oh my god, the foundation looks so good on their skin, and then you put on foundation and it looks exactly like it sounds. It's just some stuff on your face. It's not actually your skin. Okay, it doesn't look that bad. It looks like I'm dead. Like, I have no color in my cheeks or whatsoever. From far, like if you get close, yeah, you can see it. There's foundation there. But if you in the camera, you won't see that. Yeah. And I thought I just don't know how to use foundation. That's why. But now I look at my colleagues, my classmates, and they had some foundation on, and it looked like foundation, even worse than mine. So I'm pleased with this. I really look like nothing. This foundation makes me disappear. Alright, now that we are done with the base, we can start with the eyes, and then I will do contour and everything else. But first, let's continue with the talk about high school. So how it was always for me, even in secondary or primary school, high school, like the stages are the same, and I think for university will be the same, but I like to think back and try to change whatever I wanted to do more or less or better. So we have, in high school we have 4 years, 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th grade. So in the 9th grade, for me, it's always the first year. It's about getting to know your colleagues, your teachers, and your surroundings. It always has been like that. And a thing that I want to change for myself in the future for university, I want in the first year to actually make friends, because it's way easier if you start making friends in your class in the first year than in the, I don't know, second, third, whatever. It's more natural, and I want to sit more where the talkative ones sit, because I'll be influenced, as I said. Also, in the 9th grade, you pay attention to the teachers, you start knowing them and what they want from you, from school, from life, whatever. It kind of, in the first half of the high school of the year, in general, I'm kind of sad, like, oh, I miss my old colleagues, I miss my old surroundings, and then I get over it and accept it and start liking it. Also, you need to make a good impression in the first year, because this is how the teachers and colleagues will remember you. In the 10th grade, you start having stability. You know your surroundings, you know your teachers, you know your classmates, you know everyone, and schoolwork isn't that difficult. So in 10th grade, you need to start focusing on, I actually started from 9th grade, second semester. I started going to the Japanese classes and volunteering at the center, and in 10th grade I was part of the team. I already knew everyone, so I recommend that. In 10th grade during the summer, I got the job, I worked, I also got to meet people there and talk to them and exchange experiences. Also, you kind of start to look into universities, and for example, for universities in England, I did the extra curriculums and the experience. I also had to take my exam, my IELTS exam, so I also thought, yeah, probably I need to start studying. At least I have the thought, yeah, I will have to take my IELTS exam someday. I did some preparation in 11th grade. I did like 2 tests or something like that, but that's for another talk. Then you have the 11th grade, and let me tell you, the 11th grade is the best one. You have all the stability in the world, you know everybody, all your colleagues, you already have true friendships in your class, and you are almost 18, you're almost an adult. You can now go by yourself places. In my 11th grade vacation, like before 12th grade, summer vacation, I partied a lot. I went to the beach with my colleagues, we rented some little houses there and we stayed. It was really fun. Some of my colleagues were 18, some had their older friends had their driving license and we went there. So it's really fun and you actually start to feel free, mature. So I think 11th grade is the best. And also the schoolwork, I think it's more difficult in 10th grade than it is in 11th grade, and you have better management, so you can decide stuff better for yourself. And yeah, now I'm studying this. Also in 11th grade, you don't have classes that are not so important for your final exams, like sport, music, drawing, art class, PE, I don't know, stuff like that. You kind of get rid of those. You just start focusing on your main priorities, your main exam. I loved 11th grade. I also didn't really go to extra activities outside of school because I spent a lot of time with my friends and making more connections and stuff like that. So I really loved the 11th grade, even though that's when the pandemic kind of started. But here in Romania, we didn't have a lot of cases for the first month, so it was more relaxed, especially during the summer. We had like 200 cases or something like that. They were going down during the summer, so everything was fine. Then in 12th grade came the lockdown and everything. So yeah, 11th grade I think is my favorite one. I really loved it. And then you have 12th grade. Probably you'll be 18, you will get your driving license, and you need to start managing yourself. You have responsibilities, you have to enter in a university, you need to study, you have big exams at the end of the year. So it's a really important stage of your life, and you can't just waste it drinking because you're of age or partying because you're of age. Your parents will give you money for that, but they will also start telling you you have an exam coming, and the teachers will start pressing you on. You probably will have extra classes to study. So 12th grade, it's really for defining who you are, but also studying hard. And I think it's really important, especially right now in the last days before the exam. You need to cram a lot because this is when you grow the most. So yeah, it's really important. 12th grade is really important here, and I actually got first in my class. I had the biggest grades in my class this year. I got first place, but that's not necessarily because I'm the smartest in my class. It's because I am responsible and I focused on my work. When other classmates of mine, they started slacking, just as I told you, they are of age, they are big, we are adults, we can do whatever we want, and they don't study anymore. When it's the most important time to study. Even during university, I don't think it's that important. The final exam in 12th grade, it's kind of defining at what level you'll be studying next. So it's really important, especially if studying and university matters too. Alright, so that's enough talk. We need to focus on the eyes because they're the most important. I always love doing eye makeup. So I have here with me 3 palettes. This is the most expensive one, and it's expensive. Makeup is expensive. So I have these colors, and I don't think I would really use them. For my type of skin and color of eyes, pink works the best. It makes my eyes bigger, brighter. This is another palette that I have, and this palette, this is my oldest one. I use it mostly for contour. So these shades, I use them for contour. I'll do that later. But my actually oldest makeup, these baby, and these are still my favorite ones. These are actually blushes, and it makes me laugh every time because these are blushes and I always wear them as eye makeup, also blush. I think they're really good. And here I have my brushes. So I use this one that's already pink. So in the beginning, when I didn't really know how to apply makeup and do stuff like that, I would just use these pink shades or orange shades, and it will look alright. It didn't look the best, and sometimes I would apply so much blush, but in the end it works out. And I am really surprised with all of these teenagers, like kids, actual kids that are in primary school, and they do these TikToks and they know how to apply makeup better than I know now. And I wonder, how do they have experience? They're so young. I need a lot of time to learn this stuff. I had like 4 years of high school to learn this, and I still am not the best at it. I'm better than some colleagues, but some had better skill. We have the photo shoot at 1 p.m. Right now I have to leave at 12 p.m. Right now it's almost 11 o'clock, so I have a lot of time right now. And after the photo shoot, we're going to eat the BTS meal. Now I always go in with this shade. It's really hard for me to wear purples because my eyes are, purple should work with my eye color, but it doesn't really work with my eye. It goes down, like it makes it sad. But this pink, oh my god, this pink is amazing. I always put it in the corner and it makes the eye look amazing. It looks amazing. Alright, so I'm done with my makeup. I just have to do my hair to straighten it and move it a little bit around. It looks fine right now, but I will straighten it just just a little bit. I hope this makeup isn't too much for the photos. I hope it's alright. I think it looks alright. I think it looks good. And yeah, I gotta straighten my hair and dress up. The conclusions. The most important thing is to discover yourself during high school, because as I said before, it's the time when you are free, you have your parents' support, but you also are almost an adult. It's good to bring in responsibilities and learn how to deal with them rather than later on in life. It's good to experience stuff. For example, I really wanted to have a boyfriend and to experience this kind of relationship before going to university, because there are already people who have more experience than you or less. You want to have a medium level. Get that experience, get that knowledge from classes, from teachers, from people around you, make friends and prepare for university, because you don't want to get there and don't know anything. Just discover yourself, define yourself, read whatever you want, study whatever you want. It's really nice. You are still young. People will want to help you. Alright, now let's get my hair straightened and clean everything here. Okay, so this is my whole outfit, my transformation. I'm also wearing a belt. So this is how I will go. This is my cap, how I will look like. I think it's really pretty. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Right now I'll go to do the photo shoot. Hopefully it won't rain. Right now it's really sunny and beautiful outside. So I hope everything goes well. Bye!